you got your aim right. So we came in, it's game time. MDC, yo. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. I'm talking back then, we used to rock out on the cell phone. Facebook Live got viewers stuck just like it's Velcro. You see it's growing, I can do this by myself though. Perfect game with it, little shoulder and some elbow. Get sit and watch us do it. Straight out the basement, now it's on the TV, you can view it. You go against the team that I'm with and you surely lose it. We don't respect the talking, we from where you gotta prove it. Someone turn up the music. We love the competition, we gon' rock out till we finish. Josh Apparel with the jersey, time to get the fitting. They boosting up my adrenaline anytime I'm winning. I lock in, I don't lose focus, the target, I'ma hit. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Y'all free a ball, we took all the smoke, they know who we are. Best not jump the gun with me, it's like jumping out a moving car. I come through and set the scene, confident like movie stars. Put this on the movie screen so they can replay this tomorrow. Jay Customs, come put in work and he gon' turn it up. Made a name and now we bout to put a claim on what we want. I cannot be stopped, I catch a body if it's one-on-one. I made this my hobby, they cannot tell me what can't be done. Shout out Ricky, we up in the club, it's going down. If anybody wanna run it, let me know it now. From Michigan to anywhere, we coming through your town. I'm on a mission, who's the best? I gotta take them out. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, it's your boy King and Flay, and I'm rocking with MDC. Much love, Josh, I appreciate the opportunity, fam. And as always, said I'm out, y'all. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. I'm talking back then, we used to rock out on the cell phone. Facebook Live got viewers stuck just like it's Velcro. You see it's growing, I can do this by myself though. Perfect game with it, little shoulder and some elbow. Get sit and watch us do it. Straight out the basement, now it's on the TV, you can view it. You go against the team that I'm with and you surely lose it. We don't respect the talking, we from where you gotta prove it. Someone turn up the music. We love the competition, we gon' rock out till we finish. Josh Apparel with the jersey, time to get the fitting. They boosting up my adrenaline anytime I'm winning. I lock in, I don't lose focus, the target, I'ma hit. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want to smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Y'all free a ball, we took all the smoke, they know who we are. Best not jump the gun with me, it's like jumping out a moving car. I come through and set the scene, confident like movie stars. Put this on the movie screen so they can replay this tomorrow. Jay Customs, come put in work and he gon' turn it up. Made a
Scotty just coined him.
He does got a pretty classic picture. I do got to say, I've always liked his scoreboard pick.
With the glasses.
Josh is fixing something.
Can't
Josh
hear
is in
you
it.
over the music.
Oh, you know what? We had it on. You should be able to hear us now. Is that better? We were. I had it on the full camera scene, and that shows.
We're going to have to start all over with everything we said.
I know.
Because they didn't hear nothing.
That's good. We'll be here a while anyways. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's taking that down. Yep. Josh already in there fixing it. You see him?
Yeah, Josh the man.
I know.
He's
It's like a virtual James Bond, if you will. So we were just saying it took a heck of a day to even get here today. So we're hoping these guys bring some fire, not just for you, but for us too. It's
yeah, we've had long ones.
It's been a long day today. All over the place, busy. Watching as much of the darts as we could.
It was pretty awesome watching them get down to the Final Four. I'm actually really excited to watch tomorrow on ESPN at 11, I think it is. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it starts tomorrow.
All right.
All right, that was the cue from Tim that we are going to get rolling. I got a feeling we'll be using that clip button tonight.
I hope so.
Lots of it.
I like clipping. I like just saying clip. Like clip
Yeah,
it.
clips kind of becoming pretty catchy. For sure, because it's just puts everybody in a good mood, you know. It means you just saw some good stuff and
Yep.
get 2-3 people saying clip it. And it means they
It
want
works.
it too. They want to see the highlight. So we've been a busy week, so we apologize. We probably from the best match we've had. It's hard to even say probably Tim and
Oh man,
that match the
Kevin and
Benny. So
yeah.
we will get that highlight reel out soon, but gotta go over that. There was quite a few of them. Was still running the tally, and the ton 80s were at 11.
That's crazy.
And there was still like 301 games to go in that. So I think they hit like 14 or 15 combined.
That's amazing. I love games like that.
Yeah, it was so much fun to watch. Power scoring, big outs. There was good cricket.
And it was close. It wasn't.
It went to the very last game.
Every time.
It was on the tiebreaker game. So the one game for the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to see what these guys are going to do tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Who thinks is going to win this? What are your guys' predictions?
So if there's anybody new to checking in, you could see on the scoreboard it's race to 9. This is our Grudge series. They'll play best of 3 sets. The first set is cricket. The second set is 5-on-1 double in, double out split bull. And if it does go to the third set, it's combination between those two games. It's only race to 4 if it is the tie-breaking set. So
Travis has the GOAT. Hey, Kasha. Brian says HH 9-7.
So here we go. A little bit of a shaky start from both players. Maybe a little amped up. Both these players already with 1 loss in the Grudge series. Howard losing 9-5 to State Farm in one of our very first matches before we moved it to best of 3 sets. And Tim lost maybe 9-3 to Kev. I think it was 9-3.
Sounds right.
So, but now they'll have an extra set at least to play and possibly 2 more. So these guys were not necessarily at a disadvantage at the time, but they have not played this exact format yet. So I'm sure they're excited to mix in some 01. I feel like the 01's what's kind of made it
I do
fun
too.
lately, right?
Yeah.
Like it seems like everybody's it's just exciting.
It definitely makes a difference with these players because they're all high players. So having in a double in, a double out. And even I was watching today on the live stream for the guys, I was surprised they didn't do double in.
Yeah, I think they just the wanted the basically the steel tip format scoring, maybe keep the 9-darter a little more possible. Although they played double in, double out in Chicago, and Alex Spellman threw one on their live stream then, so I wasn't sure why they didn't go double, but
Yeah, it was interesting.
it made for a good show from a ton 80 standpoint.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
because they threw
okay.
a lot of scoring, but I feel like that caliber of player, you would expect them.
Yeah.
They're just also good. that one extra dart that could keep you in by them missing an in or something, you know.
Yeah, and I think it was hot bowl, wasn't it?
No,
It was split?
Yeah,
Okay.
split bowl double or split bowl double out. So it was but it's definitely those guys coming right in. They're going to hit trip 20 most of the times on that first dart. You're not taking the dart out of their hand. They're not missing an in. It makes it a lot harder to win from that number 2 position. So these guys picked up the pace after a little better, after the little bit slow in the first round or two, but Tim up over a 4 and Howard middle 3 right here. You look for him to make that go up with maybe a 6 or 7 mark here. Ricky, what up?
Hey, honey. Great shot.
I know Rick was probably anxious to tune in and see this one, playing with Howard, knowing Howard so long.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Tim, Sheehan and Rick met or no?
I think so.
He must. He was trying to think if Tim was at any of the Lux, but
Yeah, he was.
yeah.
The last one. So I'm sure they know each other.
Yeah,
from
so
passing, for sure.
they played in the club at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was curious.
So I think the GOAT is winning
Yeah.
in our comment section.
Well, and that's why they call him the GOAT. You know, as Tim, you probably know you come in a little bit, maybe is picked a little under, but Tim also knows how to get it done, and I think he'll still be confident. But I think we've noticed that it does a little bit. The players they know if they didn't get picked. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
We've had reactions to it, and it's understandable. I mean, you know, when you play that well and you're like, nobody picks me, and I'm pretty
Right.
good. Speaking of which, you know.
Great shot from Sheehan and his
So-
American flag jersey.
Getting it in. He said he was bringing it back, favorite jersey, and he's coming right out. Looks like with a W in game 1. Chris Norquist, what up? Ricky said he's going to go with Howard 9-7. Jonathan Ellis had a 9-6. Kasha said she's taking Sanford. Lorraine, yeah. So it's all Howard's still in the chat.
Make sure, if you haven't already, to like and share. We'd like to get as many people in here as possible to enjoy this with us. Great shot and first win. It's not doing it. Oh.
I'm going to try to keep averages. Try to remind me. I was thinking
Oh, okay.
what we're going to do is we're going to put a hotkey that maybe does just like a screenshot.
Oh,
And I was
okay.
thinking I could screenshot the averages, and at the end of the game, I could tally them much easier that way. Because believe me, I've been going through a bunch of old footage. I feel like I work for the FBI or something. It's like I don't want to do that to find out someone shot 426. You know, like that's good. But what's up, Myron?
And I think it's
Iceman, what's going on out there, brother?
Magneto and Chainsaw in the finals for tomorrow's Bullshooter event.
Along with Kevin Luke and Alex Spellman as well in the top 4. They're just going to reseed those players tomorrow, and they'll play. I think they just play it as though it's a 4-person single elimination tournament now, and I don't know if it's going to remain best out of 5 if they just play a quick race to 3. I didn't get the details at the very end. I did watch most of the gameplay, but I didn't hear the late announcement. So maybe if anybody knows in the chat, they could verify that and let us know what we may have missed.
How are you not intimidated by someone throwing an 8 right now?
Yeah.
An 8.
And we've seen, I feel like it kind of, the other day it started out early. The first 2 like serve holds, you know, like I start, see that real big average maybe come out.
Yeah.
But I think if you're Tim here, you just go in second. You just try to, you know,
Stay alive.
stay in a game. If he does make a mistake, you try to steal it. But 1-1, I don't want to say you expected it, but you kind of maybe a little bit expected to just kind of exchange blows early. Maya Berger says hopefully a lot longer format. I couldn't agree more. I wish they were playing set play tomorrow. You know, maybe best of 5 sets or something. I think that would be a great watch. But with only the 1 hour limitations, I don't know exactly how much exact airtime it is. I know it's a 1 hour segment, so it's probably commercials and stuff.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be short for us to even watch it.
Relatively short. It could be. I mean, if it's the same thing, it would just be best out of five, and then a best out of 5. So that seems like they could do that in
I agree.
easily a half hour. The way those guys are, especially the way Spellman was scoring and Magneto. I mean, I feel like all 4 players just kind of had their own little knack on how they got there. So I do think it's going to make for a good tournament. I just hope they let them play enough darts.
Almost.
Closing in on that 50 viewer mark as we see, actually, this same spot they were in last game, except Tim was the 5-0 coming up next needing a hat trick. So they literally exchanged pretty much the exact same game. Back and forth. We'll see if Howard cashes his out as well. I expect him to. He's had a good game. You kind of want to.
Yeah.
Don't let Tim back in. No reason to make this game get tricky. Throw the hat trick, and you're 1-1. Playing a race to 8. Get that double. No, decides to point.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, the math. Double bull is 73, so there's no 3 numbers to close. But Tim could hit 4 or 5 bulls here and maybe make
make him go for 20s, and then maybe you even use all 3 darts.
And I always think, a lot of times you got to think these guys are so used to when they come into the club here and playing and it being so social.
Yeah.
To a closed event where it's just you two one-on-one. Like, it's changed. Like,
it does
sometimes
change.
I think the pressure, you come and practice a lot. It's a lot more, it's loose when it's not Grudge series.
Yeah.
It's like, but during this, the guys come in, they're a little wound up, right?
Yeah, the vibe's definitely different, especially like once we finish the cricket and then they come up and break between the cricket and the 01. You can definitely tell the difference with their personalities. They're a little bit more wound up.
Yeah, especially one of them has to win the next set to stay alive at that point, and they walk in as good buddies, but at the same time they're not going to want to just help you out of a rut if you're down there. They got to beat you. So so it does make for an interesting.
You taking Soldier to win?
No, he's not even. He didn't make the top 4 today, Rick. He Soldier was eliminated by Alex Spellman.
Shot from the GOAT.
So we got 1-1, 4, 5, 3, 5, 7.
So the Patriot gets to go first here. So let's see how he can open.
See what he does here. He loves the triple 20. Yep. So Aaron has got that. That's your final 4 right there, Ricky. If you could see, it says
nice shot.
Cheney, Spellman, Luke, and Magneto for the final 4.
I clipped it for us.
Good stuff. Luke is playing Spellman, and Magneto is playing Cheney, I believe, in the opening round.
Amber, I don't like predicting since I'm in the booth, but I'm excited to watch tonight for sure.
It is hard to pick because the guy that you didn't pick is going to hear it. But it's like sometimes is it good for the game to pick? It's good to know what
it's
people
fun.
want. But it's fine if people don't. You could be like Chris Norquist. He likes to write his in the back of the book and then says, Jack,
I like to say mine before the live starts, and I only tell one person, and that's
and it's
it.
fair. So we know who people select, and it's really hard to pick here because it changes. I think people being down there, like I said, I think the alone factor, it's
Yeah, it hits different. It's definitely different in the Grudge series than it is in any other thing that you play. Even the doubles that you guys do. It's hard.
Yeah, it is. It's harder than the qualifiers. Not harder, but premiers. At least during the premier singles qualifiers, you have the other guys are here.
Yeah.
You got Norquist here running the mic. You got usually someone else working the floor, helping out. Down here, it's two guys. Most of the time they don't even see us. They go right downstairs. We got the door open. We're setting up here how we're gonna work the booth, and they're down there getting rocking. So
I'm glad he got on the board there with the 17s. So hopefully he can shake off what he's feeling and maybe power through the rest of the game.
yeah, and it looks like Howard might have taken a phone call here.
He's so funny. Let me answer this real quick.
And then come up and throw something great. Watch.
Yeah.
That's like his MO.
Jordan, yes, this is the only platform we stream on for now. You jinxed him.
I did. Well, what's going on, Russ? Got a couple more votes for the GOAT right there. So, Josh, welcome in.
Yeah, I was really excited to see him walk in with that jersey. He had a good feeling about him when he walked in. He was super light. He just seemed in good spirits. And he's shooting, I mean, besides this game, he's shooting good.
Yeah, and you're going to have bad games. The last couple matches have all been going like 32, 35, 34 games.
Yeah.
You know, so having a bad leg, you hope that both these guys are well good enough to know, no big deal, get over it, move on. It's not like, you know, today's event where it's best out of 5 you see on TV. Bad game there is really going to hurt you because it's 20% of the match.
Right.
A bad game here converts more to like 3%. So just from a numbers standpoint.
Great shot. Put a little pressure. Maybe not enough, but a little.
Amber said, knowing Howard so long and playing with Tim right now, she's just going to sit out this prediction. And I'm going to say we don't blame you.
I don't blame you at all. So the winner of this gets to play who?
The winner here will play this match will probably go off the PJ and Paul Otto matchup, which I know that Paulie's going on vacation. They got some stuff going, and PJ's doing baseball. So it might be a little bit till we get this one of the winner here gets back in action. But the loser here will officially have 2 losses in the Grudge series. So the loser from PJ and Ronnie's match will play the loser of this match.
Okay.
To get our first person eliminated, and then with the winner there would just keep kind of try to spring your way up the leaderboard, if you will.
Oh, I messed it up. I hit the wrong button.
That's okay. What'd you do? It's Howard's point.
It's Howard's point. Yep. See, there you go.
See how easy that is. Josh showed me that one. No, I one night the hot deck was out, so I had to do it the whole way. But scoreboard's real easy to fix, and at least we have one.
I know. Yeah.
Just kidding, bullshitter. I do think you could use a scoreboard though. Susie Q in the building. What's up? Did I miss those last games? I did.
Hey, Olivia.
So I'm in game 3 for stats. What's up, OT? How we doing out there? I know you was watching today. I know Olivia's definitely was following that good stuff today. I saw you in the chat there a little bit. When I could tolerate the chat there. The chat was pretty toxic on that stream. I got to say, I'm grateful you guys don't complain the way they were yelling at those guys today. Out here, you guys tend to treat us pretty good. So
Yes. Thank you for that.
Don't ever think we take that for granted. But part of why we said our day was going to get better when we got here.
Yeah, that chat was crazy. Reading some of those comments, I just kind of shook my head at a lot of them.
there were so many good players. It's hard to see. I mean, I get where it comes from, but it's like sometimes it's a bit out of people's control. It's a lot to do, you know. But the sky is the limit. I think that's the viewers' take on it, and I think that's why they expect it to be able to click here, click here, you know. Yeah, Olivia said it was bad all day, mean crowd. Yeah,
I agree.
I had to turn it off, and you know we're interactive chat here. We read it all. It's part of our experience. We feel like, and it was like I can't even read this stuff, man. Like y'all going too hard.
Great close for Howard there. Let's hope Sheehan can get at the new numbers.
What's up, Charlie Mack? Checking in. He says with his favorite booth peeps, so appreciate that. Appreciate the love, Charlie. We were excited to work together today after sitting out watching that banger the other day, but Katie and Chris did a great job calling that one, so I got to watch it from the front room and type run up the chat score by about 85.
Yeah, you did. You did.
But it was fun, and Ricky come by. We watched it out there. Most of it, he caught the tail end on his bike ride home. But first time here, Michael Wallace, welcome in. Appreciate you checking us out.
Yes, thanks for joining.
Howard Hill with the 2-1 lead in this first race to 9 cricket set.
Huge shot for the Patriot there.
Coming through, dropping the hammer. He's ready to go.
Aaron says, with only 2 cameras on 2 boards, it's hard to make everyone happy. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they were up against it. You know?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
And it was almost a good thing that they couldn't read the comments. Imagine if we had those comments, how distraught would we be?
Yeah, it had to be. They must not even had them on. I mean, they couldn't even been reading them at one point. They used to read them, I remember. I mean, they've done a ton of dart streams, so those guys, I've definitely heard them read comments, but they right away they knew. The fans were amped up, though. It started 35 minutes late. You know how dart players are.
Yeah.
And then the bull shooters late all the time. So, I mean, I could see how the circumstances led people
nice shot
to that moment. But Olivia says, proud of Paula. Paula Murphy did put on an excellent show today.
Absolutely.
I thought she played good. And
Michael, we're from Taylor, Michigan.
Yep, we're in Taylor, Michigan. Where are you from, Michael Wallace? I know where Kim Wallace is from. How we doing out there, Kim Wallace? First, when I saw the name, I thought it was your brother, but clearly it's not. I see from your comment there. Good thing.
Good thing, yeah. Imagine how awkward that would have gotten.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Luckily,
we
happened
drama.
to see the profile pic was different, probably. So can Tim make a stand here? He's going to need at least a 7 mark.
Yeah, at this point, he missed, so you have to come out fighting for it.
It's a good way to start this round.
Oh, one
now
more?
What? Does he go 19 here?
No, one more.
He does, and he hits it. Clip it.
Clip it.
Clip it.
And throw stuff while I'm at it.
We get wild in the booth sometimes.
I got so excited. Oh, Burke did look good today, and he shot good, too.
Yeah, he did. Dan played well. And, I mean, Milkman was on fire. He was motoring pretty good, especially that what he was out in 0-2 after he put Dan out. And he had 6 darts from 330 to stay alive, and he did it. 180, 150, 5 trip 20s, double 15. That's just insane.
Oh, yeah.
When the other guy's sitting on, I think Magneto was sitting on like 24 maybe. I don't even remember, but it was literally must have. And
yeah, it was definitely, you got to do it. Darts.
Dustin had a similar comeback against Elliott Milk. He was down 2-0, and then he rallied back to the 5th leg. And there were some great darts. Those guys show why they're the best. I mean, they're trip 20. They score on it like it's nothing. They definitely play well. They're just so good at the outs. And
Oh, yeah. That instant math, I still have trouble, especially when I'm doing split bowl math. I really, it takes me a second before I can get it to click together.
yeah, Kim Wallace said he liked how Cheney looked today. I thought his just his grit, maybe he wasn't the greatest scorer on the day, but he was 5-0 in game fives. I mean, that's what you need to be in that type of play when it's going to go to the decider most times with those guys.
Yeah.
And he was either 4-0 or 5-0 in game 5 legs, and that was the difference. That's what got him there. The same way with I believe that's why Alex Spellman ended up second. He was the best scorer in the event, and you had Magneto working magic. He grinded and did what he had to do, and then Kevin Luke. Kevin Luke's Kevin Luke. He just
Wow.
did his thing. That was a great shot by Tim.
That was a great shot. Honestly, did not see that. That come in with the double-double. He just swooped in and was like, you ain't getting this one.
So everybody's on serve right now, right? It's been 4 games started, 4 games won. Who keeps saying Katie? Kim Wallace thinks that's Brittany.
Oh.
Brittany Lennart with me in here tonight.
Yeah.
I believe Katie's playing leagues tonight. She's got a tournament this weekend and at the Dart Bash, and she's going to be playing with State Farm tomorrow.
Yeah, so she
went out to get some reps in, and I think she's subbing with somebody at the Roadhouse.
She's
maybe?
subbing, yep. I think her and her mom together.
Clip it.
I missed it.
It's okay. It's on there.
Well, she should probably play more steel anyway.
Playing more steel's never a bad idea. You'll never hear me say that's the wrong thing to do.
Katie's a great player, so whatever she decides to do.
And she enjoys steel too, so. So if you're Tim after that, yeah, and then you got to feel pretty good about that, right?
Yeah, you have to take advantage of the GOAT missing even one dart.
And he missed 4 darts.
Yeah.
He missed the last dart of the bowl, and he missed the 3 darts of 20 to start. So,
Yep.
And then Tim was able to go 2 double bowls to steal the 1 leg and 7 20s to put himself in good shape here. So, a good move. Let's see if he could continue that momentum and find himself with the first break of the evening from the 2-hole. Amber says she plays Oak Lanes tonight, Katie, with her mom. So
Yeah, she said
I do
something
remember that now, yeah.
She said something about her mom, so I was like, oh, I didn't ask where.
Gary Adams says you definitely don't want to play a must-win against Chainsaw. Not today, you didn't. That's for sure. Not any time, from the looks of it. He did win the AA Pro Singles this year in Chicago just a few weeks ago. So I mean, I felt like he was one of the ones I picked in my top 4. He was the only top 4 that I had right, but I did have Cheney on my list because he was so good out there, and he beat Leonard both times, winner bracket and loser bracket, and he was able to double dip Dustin Holt. I mean, that's
Great shot.
and he did that on the 13-inch side, playing double in, double out.
Ooh.
That's what that title was. The guy that won the top seat today.
Okay.
So he's a good player.
I didn't get to make it through all of the players today, so there's some games that I don't know, but from what I did watch, everybody just rolled powerhouse today. It was.
Yeah. I saw multiple looks at the 9-darter. I only saw one get hit. I'm pretty sure just Magneto got one, but I saw Spellman he threw the front 8. I feel like I saw the front 8 more than twice.
Yeah, so Farm and Katie are playing at Dart Bash for the mixed. Make sure to like and share if you haven't already. We always like to spread the love of darts.
Get us out there. Sorry about
Let's
that. My phone was
see.
ringing. It was actually a matchup we got for next week.
Great shot. Great shot by Sheehan right there. Throwing a 5-4.
Tim's explosive. Kim Wallace has Tip Farm find a partner. I'm not sure if he's just playing the mixed or if he did end up finding a partner for the men's or the pro double or any other events. But
Yeah, all we know is him and Katie are going down there to play together.
it was just a pocket dial, so
3 dart close. I mean, if you got to do it, you got to do it.
Brandon Lee says, let's go, GOAT. Kendra, what's up with you, girl?
Hey, Jerry. Did he hit anything? I think I missed it. He went so fast.
Yeah, it definitely looks like just a game where he maybe a little, maybe he just hasn't quite recovered from the back-to-back misses. He missed that bullseye, Tim stole, and then he missed, and Tim hit, and now he's shooting a 2.71 when he was 4-5 in all the other games.
Yeah.
So he's probably a little frustrated. What's going on, Jerry Frazier? But looking to find back on his form here with a nice little couple double bowls. Probably a little too late, but feel good. Worst case, you're going to be down 3-2.
Right.
Tim get the bullseye to 5-0 again, so showing some good pace today. Good play. Should cash this out.
I love how he does the fancy pinky. I always think like he's about to drink some tea.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he missed all 3 of those. So that must have been a lot on him. But the good thing about playing Howard is he is just so chill. So it
really
makes
is.
you chill. Great shot.
Olivia says her and Kendra are watching in separate rooms.
Oh.
We're watching in separate rooms. More eyeballs on the feed. I like it.
I do too.
Appreciate the love.
There it is.
So through the front 5 games, Tim Sheehan holds a 3-2 lead. And nobody picked him, I would say, in this set.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe there was one that could have snuck by. We got a little busy reading some. Maybe we missed a comment, but I thought they were definitely sleeping on the fact that Tim could come in here ready to play.
Yeah. I do the same thing with my pinky when I throw. Do you, Aaron? I just... It's different seeing people in person throwing with the pinky up than it is to see it on a live.
Especially where our camera is. Well, you guys see the same thing we see.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kendra says we need space before we spend this weekend together.
I feel that in my soul sometimes.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Hey,
What up?
Katie.
What up, Katie? There she is.
There he is. Coming back. 5-5. Go Howard. I know him.
Yep. Yeah, and he's not going to stay off long. You know how he is.
Yeah.
Paula Clark, which I'm guessing might be Gary out there. Could be both together, but either way, how are you guys? I don't know if it's 1, 2, or both of you, but welcome in. Matt, how are you? Uncle Dan says, go Howard.
We got a lot picking the goat tonight.
Katie, already done with league? Is it that late already? 8:30, you guys are done?
Oh, that's quick.
Josh.
Yeah, because Kim said, Katie, Josh said you need to play more steel.
I think Steel Tips should be starting back up next week around here. If it's not next week, it's got to be the following. She was telling me the other day, I forget. I talked to Andrew Mack as well, and she said something about the captain's meeting or something. So,
Ooh, tough miss. Sheehan's definitely going to take advantage of that miss.
yeah, Howard's pace is a little off. It's maybe struggling
Yeah, I feel like he threw different that time than he normally does. I feel like it looked different.
Tim's one of the slower players here, so it's as Howard being a little bit of a racer, it is something you have to get used to. It is.
Yeah.
But you see, guys play all the time with different pace. You're going to see it at tournaments when you travel. It's
Definitely knew he was going to make that hurt.
Mike Segal says, "Let's go, Howard." Don't know the other guy, but I know Howard is a class act, just out from Steel City Open, so
Yeah,
appreciate
he really
that.
is.
Yeah, Howard is definitely in these parts. He's our guy. That's why we all call him the GOAT, because everybody loves him. He's one of the hardest guys to beat, and he's one of the funnest guys to be around, and he helps a lot of the young players, and he's really good for the game of darts, especially in our area. He makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, he does.
And he's still competitive. You know, he's got the, you know, he is a nice guy, but he's still competitive. It's
Oh, for sure.
You know, Howard ain't trying to lose. You know, he's definitely.
He's just the way like he acts while he's throwing, even though he's so competitive, he's still classy with it.
Yeah, he's definitely not one you're gonna see storm off or scream at you or nothing. He's not.
Throw a beer at you.
Yeah, he's definitely not that guy.
I can't believe I missed that shot. It's all your fault.
He might bitch at himself a little bit.
Yeah, I've saw him complain to himself a few times, but
Kim Wallace said, "I thought you called him the GOAT because of his facial hair." That's Clay. He said, Mike Segal said he taught me a few things too. It was the Jaeger barrel, but that's another story. Yeah, that's one he knows too. That's
great shot.
that's definitely popular in this neck of the woods, man. They got the Jaeger barrel hot out this way.
Oh man, that stuff stinks so bad.
It does. Gary points out the classic GOAT shot, the butter crown. Stacy says, "I love me some Howard." Susan said he makes losing easy.
Yeah, it does. The butter crown. Those are gross too.
Oh God, I can't. The Jaeger barrel I'm fine with. The root beer Jaeger, that's fine. I actually like it better than the Red Bull because you don't get that whole Red Bull.
Zoomies. The fake zoomies.
Yeah, my burger points out Howard probably wouldn't even notice the slow pace if they weren't the only two down there, and I agree. I think that's been the funny little tricky part of the series that we enjoy. I think when the guys come in, there is that on at least the first time, it's that slightly unknown element
Yeah.
that they weren't prepared for, because every time they played here, it's been all of us here, luck of the draw,
Yeah.
loose, let's play, or it's doubles. There's somebody there to give you some type of
Yeah.
support. But when you're down there by yourself and you blow a game, you blow a shot, and
It's different.
it makes you feel like a million people are watching, even
Yeah.
though it ain't. There's,
Yeah.
there's 60 of us maybe,
Right.
counting multiple tablets and, multi-viewers, but it's like, it feels like a lot. And I guess that's all we do. Try to desensitize them to the feeling of the pressure in the situation, I guess.
Yeah, I think everybody a part of MDC needs to play down there on the live at least once, just so you know the feel of it. Whether it's a tournament, it's doubles, it's a grudge match. Definitely get over here and play the next time we have something like that come up, because once you play on the live once, maybe might even take 2 times.
Yeah, you're
Then
gonna
you get comfortable.
you're gonna get more comfortable as you go, for sure. Welcome in, Matt. Mike Segal agrees that too much Red Bull is no good, and I could not agree more with that statement.
So for the grudge series, is everyone playing each other at least once?
No, there's no set like that, because it will depend on win and loss. You'll basically be facing off with opponents in the same win and loss bracket as you. So guys, will try to
Oh, tough.
guys with one loss, or that's how these guys, they both lost their first one, so somebody's going to drop into the 2-loss two-loss division basically, and if you reach a third, you're out. And
Yeah.
you got to try to like step ladder your way back up through the guys ahead of you with the win. So it's really hard to have one loss in the series because the one-loss players are tough. It's going to be pretty nasty to have two as well because one of these players will be down there.
Yeah.
PJ or Paulie will be down there. And then you got good players with one loss. Benny Smith with one loss. You've got Gary Clark with one loss. You've got a couple matches coming up this next weekend. We'll have Jason Topsky's playing against Brent. And you have Chucky and Tom. So we got a few other guys coming in. So we got to start leveling it out. We're working on making a schedule to keep it as fair and as everyone kind of field as we can. But because we kind of restructured it after we had already started, we're kind of spitballing a little bit, but we'll keep it fun, I think, and I think you'll like what you see. I think it's going to bring some good pressure darts.
Big win for Sheehan. Tough darts for Howard there.
He's got to turn it around.
Yeah, he's really upset with himself now. So let's see if he can come up and shake it off and play goat darts.
Maya says he shot in a similar environment at for one of the CSC.
It was dreadful.
Yeah, and it is. And it was part of, I mean, not to think that I was up here masterminding a torture chamber, but maybe
you did.
You know what I mean?
You kind of did.
Maybe I was thinking,
who decided to put us in a Saw movie?
Yeah.
Why'd you
Exactly.
do that?
So with your good buddy, like,
yeah.
like, yeah, let's just torture each other.
So which one goes home without a leg today?
Yeah. And it's like, how do they, the hardest part too is you walk down there and half of you are going to lose.
Yeah.
And look at someone like Ben that had to leave with the loss. He played stellar. I mean,
it's yeah.
Like in almost every other match we've seen, he would have won. You know what I mean?
And I think that was his first time here, wasn't it? Or no?
Well, not first time for a singles event, but he had been. He's definitely played a lot here with us. He's played a ton of draws with us and stuff, and he's pulled up and done practice sessions, so he's familiar with the club. But I felt like Ben just. The solitude, I felt like he embraced it.
Yeah, he did.
It seemed like he was embracing the fact that he liked that vibe that some people, and that's good. He was able to turn that to thrive,
Yeah.
So, and that's why we saw such a good performance.
Howard coming in with the points and one to close.
Yeah, and as bad as it's been for him since he missed that bullseye, he's still only down 4-2. He's, You're not too far back
You're
yet.
not
I think.
Yet. Yeah.
I think Ronnie showed us that it pretty much anything
for
is
sure.
possible in the club.
Anything is possible. Give him a Jaeger barrel and tell him it's from me. I'll PayPal it to you. He needs some help,
Yeah.
or tell Olivia to get it for him.
They definitely did. They definitely did a couple before they started.
Yeah,
Were you
they
here
did.
When did you see the cheers? I
Yeah.
seen them do at least one, maybe two. And I know they brought in some beers. Howard got here kind of early. Tim was a little later. Mike, the format, it's a best of 3 sets match. The first set is race to 9, all cricket. The second set is race to 9, all double, 501 split bowl. And if it does go to a third and tiebreaker set, it's a race to 4, and it's combo. The last couple matches, I think we've seen it go to the tiebreak, didn't we?
Yeah, so the last 2 that we've watched both went to tiebreaks. And I think they both went to the 13-inch, too.
They did. Came all the way down to it. Matt Eisman says, let's go, Howard Hill.
I think he's hearing you, because after that last game, he's having tough time on the Bulls. Which is kind of surprising to me because we were watching him practice and he was shooting at the Bulls and the Trip 20. So he'd go Trip 20s, Bulls.
Plus he's Howard. He never misses the Bulls, right?
Nice shot. Clip it.
There it is. So thank you, Mike. He said he likes the format. Appreciate that. This is we've made some tweaks to this series. It just started getting a little bit of momentum and we had some some fan and player generated money that we wanted to just kind of spice this up. So we kind of threw an extra set in there, put a win bounty on a $500 bounty, and these guys kind of spiced everything right up, didn't it?
Yeah. So far, it's been great. I think this format gives a good live, too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just long enough to give us the live in the stream.
Well, and just this week, so in match 1, we saw 35 games.
Yep.
And Paulie won 20 games to Ronnie's 15, but Ronnie won the set.
Yeah.
Because he lost 9-2, but then he won 9-8 and 4-3. So he won only 15 games to his opponent's 20, but he was able to nip the set. And then, what was it, Tuesday night, Benny had 19 wins and Kevin had 20. So 39 and 35 games. That's a lot of darts.
It is a lot of darts.
So if you can find your way around in and out of struggles, you can really...
You can definitely come back if you're behind. And you just got to have the endurance. You have to have the right mindset and the endurance for 35 games. And it's almost consecutive. They only take 1, maybe 2 5-minute breaks.
They'll break between set, maybe once somewhere in the set, but not you. These guys probably won't break. But most of the time, guys don't even really set.
I remember him throwing the bull left-handed for when he does that at tournaments still.
Yeah, you always see that.
At tournaments, you'll see him throw left-handed and be like, watch this. Sheehan getting that.
Mike Segal said, great job, and the fact you interact with the people who are commenting is a great thing. A lot of people don't know unless they know the people, so appreciate that. That's one of our things here. We like to be interactive with the fans. We were talking earlier about because they're actually nice to us. I was watching that bull shooter stream. They are not nice to those guys. I understand why they didn't read those comments. But, everybody here, they seem to like it. They know we're just a couple of guys at home with a little dart studio, and it's just kind of fun. And we like to talk about the game and promote it. And most of the time, we get some pretty darn good darts on the stream as well. And it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, all for the love of the game.
Appreciate it. So Katie says, best commentating ever, showing all the love after she was just in here ripping up the booth on Tuesday with that match that nobody's forgotten about, I'm sure.
Not yet. Nice game by Tim. Absolutely. And Howard looks like he's struggling coming into this one. I think that 2 games in a row loss where he was shooting fire and then dropped out by the last 3 numbers, the 16, 15s, and the bulls. I think it's got him feeling it a little bit right now. I watched bull shooters earlier.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, Mike. I think right before you got in, just that what a great play it was in the stream and the players, and it looked like they were loose and having fun, but the chat was just so toxic.
It was. We had to turn it off. It was just, you don't want to sit there, try to watch these guys throw great darts and just have people complaining the whole time. It's just not fun.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I've seen less toxic chats with some of my exes. It was brutal in there. Like, oh man, Katie said, "Did I get through those clips yet?" No, I started looking through them a little bit, but there was just so much to do, and I wanted to make sure of what was going on with that bull shooter. I've been focused on trying to get that shared up and hoping everybody was watching that today too, to get everybody hyped up to hopefully tune in tomorrow and get some good ratings for the ESPN show. And I think it's going to be a heck of a Final Four to watch. So if I was you guys, I'd do it. I've already got my YouTube TV set to record it. So.
And it's been a long day for us, Miss Katie.
Yeah, definitely. Ava's been learning to drive, and so she's been driving the truck everywhere, and we got construction everywhere down here, downriver, so it's like, oh my God.
So he closed out the 19s, got the trip 20. He's only 1 point ahead, so Howard needs to come up
17.
17.
Yep. He'll take 9. Yeah, Mike said everybody kept watching to see Soldier. They definitely wanted to see Soldier. There's always going to be the players. I think a lot of people like to see Millar. A lot of people like to see Burke. Everybody's got their favorites, but they're definitely Leonard's going to be the one they want to watch because most people picked him to be in the top 4.
I agree. And I enjoyed watching Gates. I thought his first game coming up was just really good. So I enjoyed watching him until he got knocked out.
And it just goes to show you the class of the field down there. That's how good those guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, they were literally throwing trip 20s like nothing. I mean, the quality of play was undoubtable.
For
It was
sure.
undeniable. It was great. The State Flower orange barrels are everywhere.
So he was down in points and still went for a close. That was an interesting call.
That tells you pressure, a little bit of stress maybe. You even had the little man wearing his MDC jersey for the first time today. He wore it even to daycare. He was all happy when I picked him up. Yeah. He was all, you could tell he was excited. Took him out to dinner after we went, because his sister was driving. So I'm like, oh, we'll just go for a little ride and get something to eat. And he was acting real bad in the restaurant with the shirt on. I said, Danny, calm down. You're going to make the club look bad.
Didn't you say?
They all just looked at me at the table like, stop.
Stop. Didn't you say he was scared of his sister's driving a little bit too?
Yeah, well, no, he was at the one time, I think, because we got, she was changing lanes as a car came erratically and a cop and the light changed. So it's just a lot happened, But that's driving. That's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted her to. You want that real life experience, and we had some crappy parking spots to get into, and
huge
so
shot for Sheehan right there.
Good. But I gotta say the food was great. Roman Village. That's Day put me up on that a while back, and anytime I get to sneak over there, I'm happy with that. That place is great. I was just apologizing to Britt because I feel like everything I ate today had garlic, and she's trapped in here with me.
Garlic's my favorite side food.
It's so good.
What
a shot.
Huge shot for Sheehan right there. That was big. Howard has been missing closing those 18s. He's been at least going for it, at least one of 3 darts, and just couldn't get it.
Where is Brent tonight? No dad jokes from Brent. Brent's got to be out there somewhere.
Is he sleeping? I bet he's sleeping.
He has to sleep sometimes, but would he sleep on a Thursday when there's a dart tournament tonight?
I
no
don't
way,
know.
right?
He was watching the live stream today, so he's somewhere. Another big win for Sheehan.
So Howard's going to have to get out of it. It looked like he was going to maybe pull something off. What Matt was talking there, Howard kind of maybe change the game up and try to get something to happen, and then Tim kind of snapped back with that big 8 mark and took that game right back. It looked like Howard was going to kind of maybe get it to 5-3 there, but
yeah, I thought Howard was definitely going to push through on that one for sure, and then Sheehan hit those big shots. It's just the way the game works, man. Cricket is different. It hits different.
Gordon and Patricia checking in. How are you guys?
Susan said, I can't smell, so she's
I don't know if she means the garlic or Brent. Is she teasing her brother? She said no. She said he's at league. So.
Oh, makes sense. So we'll see him soon. Probably
because it was right after he's sleeping or something. So
we'll see him popping in. Anybody give me a ride to the tournament?
Olivia said Howard might need a hug, but that's part of the Grudge series. It's not the hug series. It's the Grudge series.
That's good.
You're down there.
Not the hugs.
You're down there. You're stuck. We hate to do it. I mean, we're doing it to our friends. Is it like Saw? Brittany made a Saw reference. Maybe we are sitting up here telling them what to do. Kind of.
We are.
We never really thought about it like that. Maybe we would have called it that for the series, but
And sometimes they don't even come up here in between to see us. Sometimes they do. They'll come up, they'll say a couple things, and then they'll go straight back downstairs.
usually it's like individual. Like I feel like
Yeah.
they'll kind of walk up and kind of give their take, and then they'll go back down and want to warm up, and you usually expect to see a change of tone in the 0-1. Maybe not so much with the Kevin and Benny match we just had because it
Yeah.
was so it was just level the whole way. But a lot of times this first opening set you'll see the other guy come out with a little more intensity because
Yes.
that must win to stay alive. Brent's in the house, I heard now, I think.
If I could, though, Olivia, I'd run down there and give him a hug. But that's not the way it works.
Christopher Hampton says he likes a little more cricket involved, and I just feel like 0-1's such a viewer-friendly game. It's
It
so
is.
exciting with big outs and 180s and double ins and missed doubles. And
Not that I don't like cricket,
cricket's great, and that's why we play it first.
but the way that we have the 0-1 set up, it's just a little bit more exciting in the Grudge series. Just the way the format is, because it's double in, double out, split bowl, and it just makes it like, ooh, can he get in? There was one time when we were watching a stream, I don't remember who it was on, but it took 3 sets before he could even hit a double with his last dart out of 9 darts.
Yeah, and it just happens. It happens to great players. You could watch it happen on the Bull Shooter stream today with the best players out there. They were a couple times in crucial shots where they really hadn't missed a dart at all, and they would miss 1 dart or even sometimes 2 darts at a double, and that's the guys who were invited to come play on ESPN. So it's like double to finish. It keeps you honest.
It does.
Looks like Howard's going to get back in action here finally.
I like
huh?
it. I like it.
I could see him rallying a couple in a row here, maybe.
Oh, for
at
sure.
least 2.
Brent says he was sleeping.
All right, it's good to hear that you're resting out there, Meatball. We like to know that you're keeping fresh. I know you work hard and play hard, so it's important that you get some rest too once in a while, buddy.
Yeah, we were wondering if you knew how to sleep.
Just because you were on the young gun team doesn't make you a spring chicken.
You and your jokes tonight.
I just,
You're on some good
it's
stuff.
not. It's nice to be out of the. I was in the car. Danny. Oh, I missed it. 363.
Good win for Howard.
I'm actually killing it with the averages written down here. I've never done this, but so far I only missed 1 game.
Checking in from Comerica Park.
Nice, Matt Schmidt. Yeah.
The Tigers are terrible.
Yes, they are. They
Yeah.
even. It's bad when everywhere trolls.
So, if you had to choose the Tigers or the Lions,
Brent called off of dart leagues. I just read. Kev says I forgot this. He was going.
Called
Good
off?
thing with Tim, it might run all the way to the morning.
oh, all you guys got jokes. Look at you.
Yeah, we're tough, but we're only mean to each other here. It ain't like the Bull Shooter chat where they're mean to
Right,
everyone.
everyone.
We're just mean to our friends, But I think around here, everybody knows what pushes everybody. We, guys will push buttons and get guys fired up. But for the most part, everybody's always looking to get the best performance out of the other
It's all
the
in
other
good
players.
fun.
Yeah.
All in good fun. Yeah,
Howard's
you
nervous
are.
down there. Howard's definitely, you could tell he's thinking way too much down there.
He is. You
He's-
can't hear him, but we
he's-
can.
He's not sure to sit down or standing up, and yeah, Kev, I couldn't agree more. That was the literally the most toxic chat I think I've ever seen. It was
Yeah, it was bad.
it was embarrassing a bit. It's better than that. I mean, let's hope tomorrow there's no live chat on the side of that.
It just sucks that there's good and bad sides to everything. And yesterday or today in the live chat, we saw the bad side of what darts has,
Yeah.
And it just is a little disappointing that all them players just didn't have anything nice to say at all.
Well, we're just making it more about themselves. It's really
Yeah, it
about the
was.
game. It's okay, you want to see this guy, and some of us do. Let's not all be a bunch of narcissists and complain about it. Like, it's going to happen, and the top 4 is going to be the top 4. Everybody's got their favorites you want in there, but,
Yes.
you know, I mean, you're allowed to be the,
Great
you know.
shot.
But when 92% of the chat typed is negative to the point they're not even reading it with 2,500 viewers, it's just not a great look.
No. Curious to see. Oh, he looked
Susan
at the
Mullins,
15.
how are you?
Hey, Susan.
Hopefully married life treating you and Jonathan well. Seems to be from what I've seen on your Facebook pages and stuff. Up over 50.
Sorry to hear that, Brent. I understand how something like that could happen and how disappointed it is, man. I feel you.
It's a good thing that we can all meet here tonight. It sounds like everybody had some,
Yeah,
like bad news or something
yeah.
coming. You know, like let's all meet up in the chat. Maybe hope the darts get going. It looks like it's picking up. 55
picking up.
viewers. If maybe we can get some like and share out there if you haven't done so already. As we see Howard trying to get back in this match, but it looks like Tim might be able to sneak out to a 7-3 lead here. Paul Otto, welcome in, brother. How are you?
Yeah, just a hat trick to win.
That's a bummer. Susan says she got washed out on vacation.
See?
I mean, there's a hat trick. So Tim setting the tone early after nobody picked him. What I missed a Kev comment. Most wins Tim's had in 2022. Yeah, I'm glad you made me go back at that one. I'm keeping stats today, writing stuff down. So if you guys have to refresh me once in a while, that's
We're gonna Scotty coined him as the Patriot now, so that's what you gotta call him.
we're liking the look, and we think that Tim the Patriot Sheehan has a nice bit to it, and he's coming in like a Patriot today too.
He is. He's doing great.
Mel Gibson in The Patriot. You remember that? That was a good movie. The Warrior. You never saw it.
Never saw it.
Come on. Greg Madera, what's up? He says, tighten up, Howard.
I know, man. I think he's just getting to himself too much. He's just.
Well, look at that release. That's not Howard.
No.
That's not Howard.
And I've seen that a couple different times tonight already. The way he's throwing just kind of looks a little off.
I missed. I think, did you text me, Chuck? Did you say that Steph was in Facebook jail? She had texted me about the lamp, I believe, right? I hit her on Snapchat the other day and asked her what she wanted me to. Yeah, Facebook jail sucks. That's one hard thing with me. It's like, you got to be careful the memes you're sharing stuff because you get booted on a live stream day. You screw everything all up. I can't even really.
No, you couldn't at all.
Yeah.
So you got to be real careful.
Let's go up. What did I miss from Chucky here? Oh, Tim before the match started. Oh, okay. So we got a timestamp. She set it in. So Steph's sitting on the winning ticket right now because no, she got the solo ticket. And I'm going to say it. What is this, game 11?
Yeah. Sorry, my kids are texting me, so I had to answer them real quick, so I missed some of the chat. They know I'm busy too, and it doesn't matter. They'll still call me 5-6 times in a row, and then I'll be like, text me, and they'll be like, can I have $5? That's why you're calling me 5 times?
Isn't Dad sitting right next to you? Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
Oh, Jaslyn's thing is he never feeds me. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, oh, nice. That Josh says that's why we have an alternate account to stream from. You're good to go to Facebook jail. See, I like that. Thinks ahead. I noticed that we do it. It says like we have like one friend on our little account that we
Yeah.
stream from, and I think it's me, literally.
You're good.
Sounds like Chucky had a good night at league. Said he just got back,
Nice.
feeling good, shooting the 30 in split bowl and a 4-3. So, like to hear you bringing the level of play we've come to expect through the years. Got to keep me the Monday meme threads had to go. It was like, here comes Howard.
There you go. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. Man, that song in the background's got some bass.
It comes all the way up here on the mic. They don't hear it, but it feels like they do.
Yeah, it's loud.
Because you see it on the mic, but it doesn't. It's the type of microphone. Like if it's, you know how small the range is.
Yeah. Howard, check your text. Check 'em. Tell him to get it together.
He said he got a meme flagged from 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh! Of course you would.
Brian DeMott, what's going on?
Is it possible to have meatball withdrawal for you?
I
think
gotta
so.
I gotta make a pop for this guy, especially after hearing about the car. I'll tell you what, man. I'll get some on. We're having a little private, maybe possibly a little private, little mini practice session over here. I think one day on the weekend. So I'll get in touch with you and maybe we'll
Come on, get at them bulls,
we'll
Howard.
get you some meatballs, Brent. I just been slipping because I've been doing the curbside pickup. Now it's easier at Kroger for
It
me,
is.
and I like the Walmart meatballs better. So I haven't added them to the cart, but I can make a trip to Walmart.
What do you think? Sheehan gonna come back on these bulls? Let's see what happens.
Howard better not let his ass come back again.
I'm telling
if he
you.
wants to get in this match, he better not let Tim come back and steal this because Tim is 0-1. I feel like you could argue that I would have thought Howard would be the favorite in the cricket.
I would have
because
thought
Tim's
so
trip
too.
20 is when Tim's on fire. His trip 20 is as good as anybody at the club.
Yeah.
On his good nights, I've seen him hit it really well.
I was real surprised that Howard decided to go all 19s that time. Just a little. Not super surprised, but just a little.
Josh said that post that got flagged of Chucky's must have been back from his rebel days.
There you go.
Brent says, like a stray cat in the alley, you'll find me outside brushing the
door.
purring.
Please give me some meatballs.
Alien Nation leader. Oh, man. I love it. So hanging right around 55 viewers for this opening set. Who thinks Howard's going to pull a turnaround? Do you think Tim gets this done, being at 7 games already? Or can Howard find a way to get this leveled before they get to 8? Maybe level it at 8 and we catch the small side?
That'd be sweet.
Huh?
You know how much I enjoy the 13-inch board. It's because I can't play on it, so I like to watch everybody else play on
it is. And it seems like one of the players always finds a way to make it look
I
easy.
know, don't they?
Like one of the players will shoot a 4.2 or something, which
Ronnie
is just
the other
crazy.
night just destroyed the 13-inch board.
And Kevin, the final game of the Benny
Yep.
match, he blew that board up. Paulie said he's hoping to see the 13-inch side. Kev's starting to show doubt if Steph's pick was legit or not.
Oh.
The classic Facebook jail pick, but I had him. We'll give Steph the benefit of the doubt. I know she definitely snapped it to me. If she's in Facebook jail, me and Steph got a good snap streak. Like she definitely hit me up.
I didn't choose. So if anybody's wondering, I didn't choose. I try not to. when
I
I'm
had it.
commentating.
What I hope to be is going to turn out backwards now. I thought that Howard was going to win the 0-1, the cricket, and I thought that Tim was going to win the 0-1 and see another third
Yep.
set. So, no matter what, looks like I'm going to be wrong here. I was going to kind of see how I thought about how the race to 4 would play out. You can usually kind of tell at the end of that 0-1 set,
Yeah.
somebody usually start to look a little pressed or a little tired, or maybe both. Or
And I think Howard's feeling that a little bit. Sheehan still looks calm. He looks calm, cool, and collected.
yeah, he's throwing good darts too. You know, he's had the shots when he's had to convert. He's hit some really big shots, and he's pretty much maintained a front runner status.
Yeah.
Most of the games he's had the lead, but he's made a little bit of some comeback to show that he can do that as well. So I think if Howard doesn't come up with something pretty big in these next couple of rounds, I think 8-4 might be a bit unsurmountable. But if he can get it to 7-5, you never know.
Like you said, that trip 20 every single time.
Yeah, he's not messing around. He means business. He broke out the jersey and knows it. He knows everyone gives him the smoke, you know. Told him if we had a walk-on song, I thought his would probably be the national anthem. I always we text all day, so
we're gonna have
give
to
each
do
other
that one
shit.
time just to mess
Yeah.
with him.
Nothing wrong with being USA strong, right? We're good place to be. We at least what we're doing here. So some of the places around this part's getting a little wild, but
Yeah.
I like what we're allowed to do here at the Midnight Dart Club.
Hopefully he comes and pulls a 9 mark on those 17s.
He's putting himself in the spot where he's going to
is.
have to, and that's where you don't want to do.
Hulk Hogan entrance song.
He won up. That's what that was Baggish at PDC. That's what he walked out to. It was great too. I loved it. The old Hulk Hogan.
And he closed it and decided to go for trip 20. Intense.
So these are the spots where it's like, and we're talking about like the difference in the series being down there. You're talking about the loosest, funnest guy to be around, Howard, and it looks like it makes him a little tight even. You know, I mean, he's had control of games and spots in games, but Tim's definitely seems to be more relaxed, I would say.
I agree. And at the beginning of the set, first couple games, Howard was laughing and joking with Sheehan and just, you know, playing Howard darts. And now he's kind of like you said, a little wound up. Can't figure out if he wants to sit.
Yeah, look at his release. He's leaning into it a little bit.
Yeah.
He just doesn't look like it. You know, when Howard's flowing, he doesn't have that little
that
at
lean
the end,
at
yeah.
all.
David James, the neighbor, checking in. What's up, brother? So Tim in a real good spot here. If he could just keep it clean down the rest of this leg, he should be able to get to 8-4. One miss here, though. He might let Howard get in. Thanks for the like, Dave.
Yep. If you haven't liked and shared already, please do.
Can he catch one more? He
Yeah,
does.
there you go.
And that keeps it honest. I mean, first start trip from 15 from Tim kind of shuts that hope down. But if he gets a little cute with these 15s, he could get himself in trouble.
Yeah.
The way he's played, I don't expect him to. But as it gets to the finish line, yeah. Brent with the like, appreciate you, and picks up a few more points. Just did the
And we don't
mathematics
blame
there. Yeah, it's 75 will make it 88, so he wanted to go past that 63 mark, I guess it would have been.
Oh, he
The lunge.
lunged into
Yeah.
that, yeah.
He's going to have to relax. That's the hardest thing. Nobody's down there to help you. Nobody's down there to say nothing. Michael Boone, welcome. possible mistake here. Mike Segal with the light. Mike's been with us in here a little bit with us.
You can hear Sheehan down there yelling at himself too.
Well,
so
you
everybody's
because he knows that one miss could let Howard find that shot that makes him confident. You don't want to let that good player get that shot when you got him down and that one steal, like, because kind of what Tim did to Howard when he hit that double bull,
Yeah.
and it's been Tim's momentum ever since, and he probably just doesn't want to give that back. Doesn't look like he's gonna, does it?
Oh, nice shot. So 8-4. So Howard, this next game, he really needs to start out strong and take 4 games. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah. Well, you got to win one first, but yeah, you definitely want to start. You want to have a good game. You do not want to get in there. 9-5 was the score that he lost to State Farm by. So it's like, I don't feel like you want to start off with a worse score.
Right.
You know. Katie points out that Tim came to play, and he sure did.
I agree.
And he does. The guys razz him, and everybody gives him crap and stuff. So it's he knew what to do for preparation, and looks like the little push got him headed in the right direction here. And
Ooh.
if he can just keep his nerves in check and finish this set out, he should be able to get it done in the next game or two the way he's played. He's definitely been the better player in this opening set. I do expect Howard to turn it around in this 0-1, but I feel like Tim came here to kind of hopefully make a statement, get a W.
I think so too. He has looked calm the whole time. There's been a couple times where he cussed at himself, like we just heard a second ago. You guys wouldn't have
Which
been
we
able to
just
heard
talked
it.
about. He never does, literally.
Yeah.
Like, he's never the player. There's a big
There's a
9 mark from Tim.
huge clip it shot.
Jimmy LeBeau, what's up, my man? He said, let's go, Howard. What's up, Scotty? Brittany Leonard in here with me as well.
Hey, Jim.
Katie points out he definitely don't want another loss, and we know that's true. You know how the guys are on people that lose around here. It's funny. The ones who don't play, which may or may not be myself, talk a lot to these guys. But we just keep everybody fun and make sure they're having a good time. And
in all reality, neither of these guys want another loss. It's like it really don't.
You face being the first guy to be 0-3, because if you lose this match, you're going to play a really tough opponent in your next match, and one of you has to lose, and someone's losing.
Yeah.
Never won. And I mean, it's a great field. It's been tough players, but it's still nobody wants to be that guy.
Yeah, nobody wants to come back losing 3 in a row and then have to come back fighting.
Jimmy says, what's up, Britt? Katie says,
Hey.
Britt's always great on the mic.
Long time no see. Thank you, Katie.
So, Katie, how'd they fly for you tonight? I'm hoping you're feeling good for the Dart Bash coming up. I know you're excited to get out and throw some, especially with Ladies Night creeping in on us pretty quick, getting some good reps in, prepared for that heck of a field we got coming to the club on the 27th.
Yeah, I hope you're doing. You shot good tonight and you feel nice and confident.
It was doubles league, so that's the best kind of practice.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Tim, go ahead.
So Sheehan takes cricket.
So they'll most likely take a short break, but we stay and hang out here. So if answer questions or whatever, and just kick it with you guys for a minute.
Yeah, I expect it. Maybe 4 or 5 minute break from these guys.
They're not long breakers. I could see him maybe doing a shot. If I'm Howard, I'd probably do a little shot. He seemed a little tight. My shot might not hurt.
Yeah, shot, move around a little bit. Maybe look at your texts from all your buddies.
What he needs is like a really good opening game, like maybe
Yes.
a 12 dart a game or something. You know, just get in big, find your a ton 80, and get a nice out. And
Yeah.
so let's reset that scoreboard.
Clipping. We did.
Wasn't a ton of clips, but there were some good ones.
Tim's son break the whole match. Oh, Kev, you're giving him such a hard time. It's hilarious. I can't wait until he rewatches this tomorrow.
Oh, he on the way home, you mean?
Yeah. Well, he won't. Hopefully, he doesn't read the comments on the way home.
Yeah. I was learning that with Abe today too. You know, like we got to try to practice without the phone. You know.
Oh no.
No, she did good. She skipped a couple songs here and there, but I just didn't realize how much construction was out there, man. We went, you know, Party Roads tore up, and then Allen Road was tore up.
Yeah.
I had to go telegraph. We had it all the way down to like Michigan Ave.
Oof.
For the.
So Paul has Howard 9-6 this set.
Yeah, are we getting Let's get these double in, double out predictions after that first match. I think the only confirmed Tim pick that we had was Steph. So we'll have the players and Brittany take a little break to go smoke. I'll hang out with you guys for a minute. Will you bring me a water when you come back in? All right, thanks. And take some predictions and whatnot. I think obviously I'd like to see it go to the third set. So, you know, I'd say, you know, I'm a little bit kind of be rooting for the GOAT so we get more darts tonight. But the way that Tim played, he's going to be hard to beat. He's going to be hard to beat. He scored pretty well. His trip 20 was in a good spot. So the doubles will make or break somebody. But most of the time, the guys over here have been pretty good at doubles. We don't see a whole lot of rounds where they're not getting in, per se. We see, you know, of course, you miss doubles on the finish, but... All right, quick little meet and greet with the players there, and give us a little breakdown. So
Yep. Tell us
Seemed
how
like-
they were feeling.
Yeah.
And
Howard said he was, disappointed. He said he felt like he said he let the two bulls get to him. He said, I missed those two bulls. And he said, and then the Tim threw the big shot to steal the game. And then the next game got his first break also. And it was, he just kind of went back to the moment we were talking about where it's kind of felt like he went wrong. So.
And Sheehan told me that he didn't feel like he shot his best darts there either.
And looking at the numbers here, they didn't. And that's not abnormal for an opening set, to maybe not have your greatest stuff. I mean,
I think the opening set is the most nerve-wracking for both of the guys down there.
they're rarely close. Only Benny and thanks for the water, by the way.
No problem.
Only Benny and Kev was a close one. I feel like or I guess seems like most of the cricket sets have been like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And that's not, I wouldn't call that close per se. So, you do see the momentum just tends to run. And
It
like
does.
guys get down, they get in their head, and cricket's like that when you're losing.
It is.
It's like it just feels like they keep hitting a shot that hurts. Where 0-1, I feel like you're never really out of it.
And cricket's such a long game, too, so it really takes a lot of momentum. Well, it can be a long game, not all the time. Get a couple white horses, and you're looking at a short game. So I think Howard's probably down there looking on his phone, getting all the good text.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of guys. I think they were worried because they saw the bullshooter stream. They said, "Man, the chat was probably crucifying us." I said, "No,
It wasn't
no one's
that
being
bad.
mean. We got no other boards to click to. They want to watch you guys. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?" So, but let's see if this one turns around. I think Howard's going to have to get early momentum here, or Tim might cement himself as a good chance to win this in straight sets. I think these first 4 or 5 games going to be a real big deal. If
Yeah, I agree.
if you're Howard, you don't want to be 3 down, 4-1, 3-2 after 5. I think you'd like to have a little freedom. Feel like I think the doubles go easier in when you're feeling that little bit of loose, that little bit of freedom there. Just not
I agree.
not stuck.
Yeah. 9-7 Tim.
So there's another Tim pick. Looks like Katie went with 9-6 with Paulie on, meaning I'm the same as Paulie. So with Howard there, and
Brent's got to
9-7 go for the Brent. Dan Taylor 9-7 Tim. So as we hit the 9:30 mark, we're an hour and 33 minutes in. Close in on the 9:30 mark, I should say. Let's see how his release looks here. That's a little better.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
When he gets that lunge, and he still hits with the lunge. He does, but
It's
when
just not
when
as
he's
normal.
it's not his super A game.
Yeah.
He can grind out, and I've seen him. I've played with him forever. I mean, he taught me how to play. So but when he's smooth, that little chip at the end there is not there. Where it looks, you see how smooth Tim looks.
Yeah.
to him,
Yeah, and he told me earlier, he said, I just don't get out and play that much anymore. And
Look at that. I think he got him.
Oh, wow.
He definitely got
I
him.
think he did too.
Yeah, that second row, he's in there. So look good. Good shot from
Hugging
them.
it
Little
out.
embrace, and guys both have a lot of respect for each other. They've actually won some titles together. They, I know they won double in, double out with Rachel at the steel tip double in, double out Michigan
Nice.
State Championships one year. They may have a doubles win together as well. But Tim's always had a lot of respect for Howard and vice versa. These guys are good buddies and competitors, and definitely believe in each other's game.
And it shows, and that's what we like here at the club. We like that competitive but friendly attitude with each other. All these guys know each other. They're friends, and that's what you got to go for. That way you don't have people crying on the way out the door.
Yeah, it's you want to keep a look at this.
Oh, good. Still a great shot.
We try to keep a theme behind it where you guys that maybe played together or played each other before here, or we like to have a little history with the match if we can, but not every match here has history. Sometimes there was really no history with Ben and Kev, but look how great that turned out.
Oh man, it was amazing.
Of course, like when you're brothers, the brother match, of course, there's history there. You're brothers your whole life. You know that, but that's exciting too. So
it is exciting.
We just try to find an angle to pitch from the match, and most of the time, the guys, got to do what they got to do to work it out with getting through work and
a little bit of drama every now and then.
Yeah.
And
we get cancellations here and there, but not multiple ones, because if you cancel too much, we just take you off the list. It's that simple. I mean, we like everybody to play, but same day cancellations, they're
Tough.
frowned upon around here. So we don't really get them. We understand them when they do happen, but if it's repeat offenders all the time, it's
you gotta
shoe
have
fits,
people that show up and want to play and aren't scared to play. And
we get to get the house ready. We're like me and Britt said, rushing around all day to be here. She had stuff, get her. Get the family all set before we pull up, and we don't have to be here too early. Only 15 minutes to set up. Go down, turn on some lights, hit a couple of tabletops, and that's pretty much all we do. Fire up the studio. Where'd our chatters go? I feel like our chat just
it slowed down a little bit. I think they're interested in what's happening more than they are talking to us today.
Was just trying to get them through the little gap there. It felt like it was a decent sized break. We try to.
There it is.
I never like the players to feel uncomfortable up here, but I like to rush them back down there. Like there's no reason to come up here. Like let's just play, take 5, and just stay downstairs, please. We want to get the stream done. We don't want to lose half our viewers at the break, but they're excited. They want to see us too. They
they want to know what people. They want to know what we think about what happened.
It's hard, but when you see people come in, they know. They know. We'll sit and talk after. Usually, we shut it down, and everybody does a little breakdown about the match and do that. But
I'm cleaning the bathroom, girl. I need to do that.
Sue got us on speaker, cleaning the bathroom, so
I do that
we're getting
too.
you through that. Yeah, hey, why not?
I listen to podcasts or something while I clean. I like it. If it's not music, it's podcast.
I didn't know how long it would be till the raccoon came up, but there we go.
I'm scavenging.
So can Howard, can he take a 3-digit out right here and start off with a 102 finish?
I feel like if anybody can do it, it's him. Maybe not with that dart.
It doesn't help. But he's still got a dart at it. Double 14 for the winner.
Oh, tough miss.
Olivia says she's packing for the bash, so that makes sense.
Everyone's
probably
packing up.
leaving tomorrow, I would guess, yeah.
I miss packing and going places, Olivia. Now I have to pack for 4, 5. How many are there? There's a lot.
There's 5 if you count 5 if you count Ryder. Yeah. Well, no, 6, right?
6,
yeah.
Oh.
See, and this can be the difference in this with you don't want to be lethargic on your, you gotta. That was what I saw they did so well on the bullshooter stream today was guys just, if they got a free extra dart at a double, it seemed like they hit it.
You have to, especially when you're playing in such high caliber players.
Yeah.
Those misses are huge, but great for your opponent. So you have to try to. I know nobody wants to miss, but you got to take it out. You can't give Howard that kind of a look.
So Tim in with his first dart.
I'll pack a half an hour before I leave. Such a man thing to say.
I'm not even mad at that.
As Susan says, I've already packed.
It's such a woman thing to do. That's why it's better if you like both are going. You know, you
Yeah,
got someone
it is.
that's got everything, but then who forgot the crock pot? I mean, if people are still, I always like taking my crock pot. It was like the best place to take it was dart tournaments.
Oh, you have to take something
Yeah.
like that. Are we gonna see it?
I think so.
Oh, right outside. I'm ready for a couple 1080s.
Sometimes that first one is. It seems like the first one after they get it, and then
Yeah.
they kind of open up. Because even as many as they threw on Tuesday night, I don't think the first one came to like second round of game 2.
Yeah, I think
They
it
didn't
was.
have one in the first game. Yeah. They shotgunned the first game, just no 180s.
Trying to keep up chat here.
Brandon Lee says, I always forget everything. That's why my girlfriend packs, and she's had us ready since Monday. So,
That's me.
yeah, that's a veteran move. That's a veteran move already, and like to see that.
I'm taking snacks and looking forward to not cooking. I hate cooking. Ask Rick. If anybody's cooking, it's him.
Yeah, Rick loves that Blackstone. I tell you what.
Oh, and he's good at it too.
Yeah, oh, he is. He sends a plate pretty often over here, and I never have any leftovers. That's for sure. And he sends me plenty. I just eat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He probably even has to start doing portion control. He's sending me so much. Maybe I should send him a little less. Nobody else is there. He's going to eat this all.
No, he won't, because he makes enough for an army already. So Howard, I think he feels like he's having a tough game here. He really is, and you can tell in his first shot when he hit that one. He might have came back and hit that trip 20, but you can tell when he hit that one that he's really feeling.
Rick says we just say that because you ain't cooking.
I ain't cooking.
No, I did throw something in the crock pot today. I had these
Nice shot
chicken
from
breasts,
Sheehan.
and I literally I had a bunch of frozen vegetables in the freezer, and I was emptying it out. So I just decided chicken breast, all those frozen veggies, and some mushroom soup, and it's
There you
actually
go.
not that bad.
It works.
I left it in there all day.
And, I think that's why Rick's a good cook, because he's such a stoner.
Yeah, just decides there.
Nice shot.
The stoner menus are the best.
Clip that one.
Chucky says, I'm surprised Scott even knows the word leftovers.
Oh.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. They get 8. They get 8 for sure. Let's see if Tim can come right back with the maximum in himself.
Ooh,
good
super
shot.
close to one, though.
So Tim came to put in work today.
And was it just me, or did you notice he threw a little harder that time?
He did, actually, yeah. That's a good point. Ricky says the real trick is bacon goes on everything.
I agree. I love bacon.
I mean, he won't find the argument with me in that statement.
Oh. We've had a couple close calls here with those 1080s. And if Howard don't hit big here, that just puts Sheehan back in the running.
Yeah, and I told you, beforehand, I would have.
Great shot.
It's hard to pick against him in the 0-1 set. He has good mathematics, and he's really good at triple 20, and he doesn't struggle with his doubles, as you can see. He's been double 16 first dart pretty much every game. So Tim's in a good position to win 2 straight. He's going to have to fight off the GOAT, but he definitely is.
Great
It looks like he's here to play. So.
And he's got an out, too. So if Howard decides that he's not going to take this 106.
And on that 106, so 18 here. Let's see if Howard could clip it.
Nice shot. Great from the GOAT. Chuck says, I do all the cooking here too, Rick. Good. I'm glad Rick's not the only one, because sometimes I do feel bad. But I'm just not a good cook. I'm just not. I don't have it. I mean, I can cook, but I can't come up with the best thing in the world like Rick can.
He watches a lot of TikToks too, though.
He does.
He does love some TikTok.
Yeah.
Excellent 106 finish from Howard, and maybe a chink in the armor from the Patriot.
Yeah, the Patriot didn't even get
finally
in that
misses
time.
one.
So, and I'm a little surprised.
Another 160 in.
Nice shot.
Games with the 160 in from Howard Hill. Starting to scoop up the highlight reel here. Here comes Tim. I got Tim throwing 152 right here. Double 16,
Okay.
triple. I think he recovers after the first miss. Oh, he actually went up. Actually, it's not a bad idea to go up after that.
At this point, I probably would have went at the 8. I feel like I can hit the double 8 better than I can hit the double 16. I don't know what it is. I feel like the 8 just being a little higher.
In that spot, I mean, if it makes you feel better, it's definitely something you want to do psychologically. You know, I mean, you just want to get in at that, especially when they missed the, especially when you missed the first time. You can really start thinking about calling that audible. But I've never found it good to jump around. You know, you start getting in your head. You miss one, and then you move, and then you miss that, and you move back, and then next thing you know, you're scattered.
Yeah.
Stick to the plan. You should have did the preparation beforehand. You know, when you're
Right.
you got to know what you're going to do in the spots, and that might be a little elevated than some people do, but I think in a match like this, you want to come in with a preparation, kind of know what you're going to do, and in certain scenarios, you know,
Yeah.
that way you're less surprised by them.
Yeah. Trevor says double 14 all day.
Yeah, always has been for Trev.
Anything on that side of the board. Normally, if I'm doing a double in a big tournament, I do double 20. But if I'm just messing around, practicing with me and Rick, I do the double 11, double 8 area. I'm not any good at darts anymore, but that's what I've been doing lately.
We've seen primarily here, it's either double 16 or double 20 for the most
Yeah,
part.
I agree.
All players are, for the most part, they're even when they're setting it up to go out, that's what they're leaving.
Yeah.
it
And the last one we saw, Ron kept going for the double 20 and kept missing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, go for the double 16, switch it up. You're not hitting it. And he did, and he hit it.
Yeah. And like I said, sometimes that's all it takes, that little, it could just be, you know, it's just funny how the game works. One little thing, one little quirk will just get you feel good or comfortable.
Yep.
Which I still don't think Howard has found that level of comfort down there yet. Even though in this lead back
I
there, did
agree.
you hear me? He sounds pressing. Where Tim has not changed his demeanor since he got here. He's been very, very calm and in a good mood. He
Yep.
came in a good mood. He went down and
There's a couple times where I feel like he threw his darts a little harder than he normally would, or he would say something. But other than that, he's been calm, cool, collected. He looks good every time he comes up. Good
yeah,
win for him.
he's
Go.
on the start of a good performance, I'd say. But Howard pushing this to a 3-1 lead, so Tim will probably need to win this game to get it back within one. As I say that, we literally heard him say that exact same thing to Howard down there. That was weird, wasn't it?
That
He said
was.
literally word for word what I just said.
He knew.
But it shows you he's a smart player. It's definitely one of the, he knows. I guess it doesn't take a genius player to figure out you don't want to be down 4-1 to Howard, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
still, I mean, he realizes that the further you get away each break, you know, you're going to have to do it from the 2-0, so. Rick getting a little words of support from the hubs there. He's liking what he sees in the practice sessions, it sounds like.
I'm not doing bad, but I ain't doing good.
It takes a minute, though. It's been a long time since you played. And
I think the only thing wrong with me is my arms back. It's my consistency at this point. So that's what I got to work on is my consistency.
yeah, and that's going to be hard because you have to build the consistency in the
yeah.
arm, the muscle alone, you know. I'm over here feeling like I forgot the kids. I was like, wait, I know Abe's in there and Davey went home with Krista. Yeah. Almost forgot. It's so saying you can relate just going into a restaurant with the, you know, you get in there, you try to get everybody seated and, oh, man.
Oh, yeah, we know.
And it feels like the staff treats you like you're not going to tip. Like, actually, it's quite the opposite. You know what I mean?
We tip better because we have kids.
Yeah. We know they're going to leave a mess. And we know everybody in this section is going to be laughing at my kid. Probably saying things or something, doing something he shouldn't be. He likes to entertain.
He definitely does. Great shot.
And he's a little more loose. Like, it's not too often we're out with it. As both his sisters and his mom was there. Like, so he was definitely having a good time today. Repping the MDC in his jersey.
Ooh, that trip 4 is hard. That trip 4 is a hard one. I think I hate the trip 4 more than I hate the trip 1. It always gets in the way, especially for Rick.
That trip 4 can be nasty.
Amber says 14-11 wire in for me and double 16 out preference. Unless Shoddy is my partner.
That double bull, I think you might remember that one. Remember, I don't know if you remember years ago. Amber hit a big double bull finish, and I feel like we were playing you.
That's awesome.
Like we were dead to rights, and I don't even know how something happened where she ended up getting one last shot, and she left it on the bull with. It was like maybe it was an 80 something, whatever it was, but it was 50 on the third dart. I've never forgot that shot. Like you remember those double bull out for like a set too, like we're beat. We're done.
Great high ton clipping. Get out the scissors.
So 114 and 40. No, he's gonna go with the. Well, I guess he still could have tried it, but he wasn't gonna do it the 19s.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't feeling. He was trying to take that out, but he wasn't feeling it. He didn't look like he was gonna get it when he let go of his first dart. My nemesis is the trip 4. Always jumps in the way like a goalie in soccer. It really does.
Scott Edwards, what's happening?
Great.
So Tim does get it to 3-2.
Tim won cricket. Sorry that we missed that, Scott. Tim won cricket.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see. Somebody asked.
I didn't either. I skipped right over it.
Howard came in. That was almost 3 games in a row with the 160, and he's only won one of them.
He definitely looked better throwing that round, though, than he did the last one.
Yeah, well, back-to-back 160 ins, obviously you're doing something right, but he looks more comfortable, but maybe not totally comfortable.
Put me in, coach.
Trev wants to smoke.
Flip it. We've been hitting a couple clips. We got some.
What a great first dart.
Yeah.
That's
And
one
right
thing.
in
That's
the
what Tim
middle.
does so well. I've always said that's
There
the
it
strength
is.
of his game. Go ahead and clip it up.
I'm clipping it. Great first ton 80.
Look at Pookie in the building. What's up, Pook?
Hopefully the GOAT can match him. He put
Looks
it.
like he's gonna.
Oh, he went a little jumpy on his last dart, if you noticed.
That lunge has been there all night, hasn't it?
Yeah. Hey, Pookie.
Let's see what happens here with Tim. Can he come with another big 7 or 9 mark for a big score?
Did he let that ton 80 scare him? And I think he intimidated himself.
Yeah, I think maybe that hanger on the 20, and he just didn't like the line on the switch. But that was a bad spot to land on 169 because now Howard's going to have a free roll to go back up 4-2. But we've seen it's really, really hard to win from, win back-to-back games because that means at least one of them has to be from the 2 position.
Yeah.
Pookie says, yo, it's good to see my guy out there. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, same. Him and Kat.
Sounds like Abe's moving around a little bit out there. So, important shot for Howard here.
Yeah, very.
4-2 feels pretty good, especially when you haven't quite been yourself yet.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. Ain't gonna get it. I wish he would have though. I have
Little
a
sloppy.
feeling that
It was a
yeah.
little sloppy.
I have a feeling Sheehan is ready. He knows what he's gonna hit on the 76.
Damian Lofton just checking in, got done with the DRT and asked who won the cricket. Was it 9-4, Tim, or 9-3?
9-4? 9-3.
9. Yeah, it was Tim won it.
Close. Nice shot, Tim.
Clip that too. Tim won it pretty handily. We're surprised. We were surprised by the score, but they went back and forth early. It was at 2-2, and Howard missed a shot with his last dart to finish a game. And Tim came up behind him at double bull to
Great
steal
shot. We're clipping that one.
That's his third one at least.
For sure his third one.
No problem, Damien. We'll see you next week. Kev says Chucky in the house. Flannery says, what's up, Scotty? Tell Howard I said hello. I will.
If you haven't liked and shared the stream, please do.
Yeah, we've been hanging with our same. I feel like we got the old faithfuls. We always get some new viewers in, but I feel like pretty common number of us to hang right around 60 viewers or so. Seems pretty standard in the Grudge Series matches.
Is he going to give us one? No, he still hasn't given us a
James
ton.
Dayton, how are you? Is it pouring rain out there? Is that what that is?
I don't think so. I think it's the computer.
It could be.
I wouldn't mind some rain though.
60. Katie says 60 viewing is great. I agree. I love that there's that many. We got a lot of faithfuls, a lot of active people in the chat, always with us. So Susan does confirm that it's raining. I know she's just a couple blocks over, so it sounds like it's pouring.
It is raining.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, we're fresh. It only we see that. So it looks like we.
Live video interrupted.
Yep.
Let me reset myself.
You guys welcome back in as you come in. If are you guys still hearing us there? It looks like our stream just completely rebooted. So
We blame the rain.
let us know if you're hearing that. Roger Ayers, this is not the first set. This is the second set now.
And Sheehan won the first set, which was cricket.
But looks like Howard goes up 4-3. So
Great.
grinding away.
He definitely looked a little bit more comfortable that game.
Brian's back. Katie's back. Still 55. 58. So here we go. Tim down 4-3. Probably not hating his position with the win in the first set. After 7 games, you're going first down 4-3. You just need to hold serve. So, and he hits up to 152. I think
Clip.
that might be his first high.
I think it
Maximum
is his first.
yeah, but he's had some very good outs and he's had probably at least 2 1080s, right?
Yeah, 2 1080s. Or no, I think 1, 2.
Probably, I feel like 2, but I could be wrong. Chris, welcome in.
Good shots nonetheless.
Taylor Tucky certified.
Yeah.
That's how we do it out here.
Kids aren't home, can't make it to the garage, so sitting in the kitchen smoking, making bacon. Now I'm hungry.
I know everyone keeps talking about bacon. Or at least Ricky was talking about bacon. Who
he
else?
started to. Tough shot right there for the GOAT. And he's feeling it. You guys can't hear it, but he's down there cussing.
Yeah, and it went with that body language.
Yeah.
The way he talked sounded exactly how his body language you see on the screen. You can tell there's just a sense of tension that he normally doesn't play with because he's obviously one of our coolest customers. You know, he's pretty much the mentor in our area. Everybody, you know.
Oh, for sure. Looks up to him for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely the master splinter, you know, the GOAT.
He's feeling this game like he can't hit that trip 20.
Jeremy Russell, welcome. How are you?
Hey, Jeremy. Getting a little intense for us in here too. So if you hear us a moment of silence, that's just us trying to concentrate on the players.
Yeah. Keeping track of everything, trying to keep up with the comments and the actions going, and
there it is. So he's been the last couple rounds. He's been feeling like he can't hit that trip 20, so he's been dropping down to the 19. Do you think he's gonna double out here?
1832. No, 1832.
I always like that double bull shot.
Yeah, it's just not a. It's unless
Okay,
it's a
great
one dart
shot.
situation. I don't see him doing it. Just it's risky. It's show off. It's tied. Maybe if you're up 6-2 or something, 7-2. But
Yeah.
it's you got to think that one shot could wake him up, and then Howard gets loose. Oh, he's
Yep.
gonna play me like that, and then he rallies 4 in a row.
Right.
So it sounds. You know, and it's definitely viewer. Of course, we want to see it as the
We
viewers,
do.
but as the player, it's just really a bold. You know, it's just you definitely all can go wrong because everybody knows you went for it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's in the middle of the board, so like he just went double bull to put
Yeah.
Howard away, and then Howard maybe's like, all right, you think I'm
You
that
know
bad?
what?
And
Yeah.
then he goes in Howard mode and wins 4 games in a row, and then you're in the tie break and.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the drama you're spitting at me right now, though.
Oh, it's fun for the stream. It's great for us. I just don't know if they're crazy enough to do it. I'd like to see it. I'm definitely not anti.
Brett said, "Y'all said it was raining, and I prepped for it. Walked outside to nothing."
Sorry about the bluff there. We only do darts, not weather here, so weather is purely speculation. So Tim not really hurt, even though Howard was in the first round and Tim was not. Tim could
No,
easily
yeah.
take the lead here, especially as well as he's been hitting the double 16, struggling with it a bit this game, but
Hit the double 8 last start.
maybe he heard
So,
you. He
yeah,
took your strategy.
he shoulda.
So we got another one. Brandon Lee says storming. He's right behind us. He's like a block away. So it's just raining in a few parts of Taylor right now, apparently.
Great load time by the goat.
Westland Thunder and Lightning for Michael Boone.
I love thunderstorms. I want to be awake for them though. Like I don't mind sleeping through them because I can sleep really good in a thunderstorm.
That's
like
when
to
I
watch
want it to
them.
happen. Yeah, it's like if I'm getting a
old
thunderstorm,
time.
let it be at night, not during the live stream.
Well,
Not
yeah,
while
not
the
during
lights
the
are
live.
on. Yeah.
No, I want to be home watching from my big bay window.
Well, this is the month for it. August is going to be your power storms. You get the most humidity in this month, and that's what creates those big, nasty storms that change everything in a 5-minute period. Oh, Brent's in LP. That makes a difference.
Oh, okay, so I live in LP too, Brent.
So safe to say, it's maybe Rick's cooking on the Blackstone. It's not raining over there.
He ain't cooking. He got all them kids.
Oh, you went and picked up dinner before you came, anyways,
Yeah,
didn't you?
Taco
Yeah.
Bell.
The end of the
'Cause it's-
street. That's
Because it's
convenient.
right around the
Yeah.
corner. Jaslyn hates it. Really? I don't even like Taco Bell.
Used
Sorry,
to.
kid.
Yeah. Right. Cat.
Great high ton.
Kat says she agrees. The best sleeping weather ever. So,
Yes.
so I like the 19 on this shot. He may stay 20 because he's been hot, but if you do rally off the 9 mark, it's going to leave you on double 20 and maybe pressure that 17.
Okay. And he's going for 20s.
It's not that you can't do it on 20-20. You could go 17 on your last start, but I like to stay in the bed. You know, you catch that first one and you can just kind of follow it right in.
Right. So what would you do for the 17?
Yeah, just
13 double.
I was assuming he was going to go 1 double 8. Or I'm sorry, 9 double 8.
A little frustrated at that.
Yep. Tell you, it's just a different way to. Myron says raining like hell in South Bend. It's just a different way to play darts, and it's mistakes just feel so magnified when
Yeah,
you're
they
down
do.
there alone, you know?
They do.
It just feels like you can't do nothing right, no matter how good you are, how good you're playing. Like if you start thinking about the wrong stuff, if Tim takes this, it's huge.
Oh, wow. How did he hit above? I need an
Yeah.
instant replay button.
He went a little high on that one. That definitely was kind of shot that makes you want to have an instant replay. He's gonna go the same way. He gets it this time.
Nice.
I like the old ones. That burns by so fast. It's like a
It does.
fun set, you know.
And they're still yelling down there, but laughing at the same time. Howard has lost his mind.
Howard's in a spot where it's like, if you could turn it around, there's never been any heat on Tim at all tonight yet.
I agree.
And you would think that there would be some at one point, but it's like Tim's been tied or in the lead pretty much the entire night, other than a spot like this where he needs one game to tie it up, and he's going first. This
I
is
agree.
like the closest he's been to behind. So,
And that's interesting to me because you would think with Howard coming in, as long as he plays his game, I feel like he could sweep anybody.
yeah, he can, sweep is probably
Maybe
a bit
not
much,
sweep.
but it beat, but I think it's been good for Tim tonight that it's been, he's been, and not that he would have performed differently, but it's just he's been able to stay calm. He's been able to just kind of focus on his own game. And when he has needed a break, seems like he's gotten it.
I agree. Scotty taking a little break. You guys have a great evening. Work at 3 a.m. Let's go. All right. See you later, Brandon. Thanks for stopping in. 3 a.m. is a little early for me. During the summer, I don't like to get out of bed until 9, at least. I might be up at 7, but I ain't out of bed until at least 9. They both seem to be struggling a little bit this game.
All right, I'm back in action here with you. Everybody's still hanging out.
One trip around for him. 180.
So he might go 18 for a start here. You could, because if you hit the single, you could still go trip 20 to leave yourself on 170.
Okay.
If you're thinking that far ahead, or he could go in on the third dart. Because 140 is no good. 140s leaves 168. That won't go. In his spot, though, with, Howard here, if Howard should get to an out, but he's got to have 2 triples.
One of my biker buddies stopped in to get out of the rain, introduced him to MDC. He was impressed. Not a dart player. He's an it guy. Said you have it nailed down.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Myron's definitely always kind words and a big supporter, so we like to see it spread. I think one of my favorite parts about when people talk about the stream, it's when it's people who don't play darts, because I know how darters are. We'll watch it.
Yeah.
As long as there's some decent quality play, we're watching. We like it.
Yeah.
But when other people that don't play darts and maybe don't even know how to play cricket per se, but they just see the setup, I feel like they can pick up on the intensity. They realize that it's a fun, in real life type of stream where, so it just it's good to hear that. I love to hear that people that don't play darts enjoy the stream. That's fun for us. So
I agree, and it is.
like hearing that. And we're still working on a couple little tweaks we want to make a little better. We want to put in a player interview booth in the basement just so we can kind of talk to them and ask questions from up here after the match and get some live reactions, read from the viewers to them, because it's too much to try to pile them all in here behind us and get everybody. It's just
Great shot.
and the more people.
And the players always want to know what's happening, what people are saying. They always want to try to interact with you guys as well. So then they come in here and they mess up our vibe for a few minutes. Not that it's a bad thing, but they do.
Well, they don't
So-
realize that no one can hear them. They're standing
Yeah.
behind us talking, but these are podcast mics, and it only has about a 4. If I could feel the mic touching my chin when
Yeah, I
I talk,
can
it
too.
scrapes. And if I don't feel that, a lot of times it'll sound, you won't hear me. So
Right.
you might hear 3 of the 5 words they said, and it's,
Yeah.
got a new follower. Welcome, Angela. Thanks for joining and checking us out. So hoping you like what you see. Are we up to date on that scoreboard? 6-4 sounds right.
Yeah, I just changed it.
That's what I thought.
I think we might be taking a bit of a bathroom break.
Probably. I don't think they've had one.
I think they're switching
Appreciate
up now.
that, Myron. He said he feels like it's getting better every time. So
Oh, thank
that's what
you.
we like to hear. We got a lot of guys and gals working hard behind the scenes. So, and then not to mention the planning, we try to mix up the events. Although the series is pretty much the same. I think when the different matchups we get, like, that's made the series a little more interesting
I agree.
because you have matches that are just back and forth, or you had the big comeback, or we've seen a blowout or two in the opening round, where
Yeah.
and we've seen upsets, we've seen, so I think just trying to get a mix of events thrown at you guys, and obviously I think everyone knows how excited we are for Ladies Night, and it's getting close.
For ladies' night.
I'm more nervous because it's like I just want to have everything right and ready, but I feel like
I think it'll be good.
that's what I do good though. That's like definitely something we'll have it right, but we don't want this rainy, crappy weather. We like
Right.
the girls to be able to go out and smoke. We'd like to not worry about the internet, connections
yeah.
or anything. I mean, we got Trevor asked who called who out. This was This is just a matchup that we paired up together. They both had one loss in the division, so that's how it came up.
I don't think we do a lot of call outs. I think we plan our own matchups. We might do a call out every now and then.
Yeah, if so, we get suggested call outs, but most happen. People recommend that they want to get on, and we just select an opponent that we feel is going to make a good match because it's our night too. We commit to this. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Ava's in there ready to go out cruising, practice driving.
Yeah.
Your kids are home, so we want to pick something. We feel like if we want to see it, you want to see it. So
Ooh, great shot.
I love to hear that, Myron. He said watching the MDC's got him motivated to pick his darts back up and start playing
Nice.
again. So
Same. I started practice again after 2.5 years off. Good comeback.
yep, and that's what we do. And a lot of these guys, like Howard and Tim, these are two guys that they played here a ton. They
Yeah.
like, especially when, like I said, Trev want to come.
State Farm.
State Farm.
Man. I don't know. He's been throwing good darts around here.
He has.
Good low ton from
You could
Sheehan.
deem him at the number 1 seed right now. I would say with his 2 wins.
If I had to pick, I would deem him as number 1 seed.
He beat Gary Clark in a best of 3 sets, and he beat Howard Hill 9-5 in
yeah.
cricket. So,
So out
but
of all the
I
Grudge
think that would be
matches,
an excellent match. I definitely would love to see
I wouldn't mind.
Trav and Farm get it on. So
I know Trev's always been a good player, so I wouldn't mind
great
seeing
player.
some.
Yeah. Actually, the 2-win division, we're waiting to see what happens with Brent and Jason Tomsky because Brent could move to 2 wins with Kevin and Farm. So we want to see what happens there before we schedule anybody to play to get to that 3rd
Yeah.
win. So, and then we're going to try to catch some people up, and I believe we're going to get Gary Clark back in action. He's in the 1-loss division, but his only loss is to what we deem the top seed right now. Derek Benton asked, "What's the word on me, Jake, Damian, and X?" I got you guys down
Great shot.
for August 10th. I think a 7:00 start. I'll talk to you guys a little more about it, but I talked to I talked to X and I talked to Jake, and they I think they said I know Alan works pretty early the next day, and they were hoping to start at 7 o'clock, I believe. We'll have a nice little match set up for you guys. The doubles series will do a little different than this, but it's you'll still be racing to 9. You'll play a ton of games, and
I'm
I
excited
I think you guys will have a good match.
And we have prospects for the winners of that match and the losers of that match too, I think, don't we? For the doubles.
Derek says that's perfect. He can't wait. Paulie says he'll be able to be back in action after vacation, and we've got your projected opponent as PJ Kirk, because he's actually wrapping up the baseball season. PJ's been a really busy guy with actually the boys have been playing really good this summer. Taylor North's on fire, and he's at the helm of one of them teams. I think he's just doing the travel ball now. Little League is all over except for the World Series, but
Nice.
so as those guys start to slow down and move towards the fall, I'm sure PJ's ready to get back whipped into shape, because he's one of our qualifiers for the Premier Singles Finals. So I know he's going to be looking forward to that, as the club's adding $1,100 into that event on top of an already $100 player entry fee. Well, we're actually adding $1,000, and we're paying the ladies' entry.
Alan will go to bed at 5 and be fine to be young again.
Yeah, Jake Allen is a beast. He used to just kind of stay the night and play darts all night and would literally go right to work, but I think they've been doing longer days in this August weather.
Yeah.
Even that's tough for him.
Yeah.
But Wendy Muzz, welcome in. She just got in. You could see it 6-5 here in the 01. Tim Sheehan won the opener.
Yep. Sheehan, the Patriot, won the cricket.
I like the sound of that. Myron says after this he's going to be on the grand board if anybody sees they want to jump in and get some smoke.
Oh, nice. I love it.
We used to actually have one of these boards set up so it was a grand board conversion kit, but it got confusing for the tournaments because of the different software, so I just went back to the regular hardware and I gave the
Double 4 out for Hill.
So it looks like Howard is still finding a way to stay alive here.
Yeah, I think he's doing great in the 01. It's a lot different than how he was doing in cricket. I feel like he feels a little different. You're welcome, Miss Wendy. Sheehan getting in with his first start.
Which he's done most times.
Nice.
So these guys haven't had a ton of 180s, but they have a ton
of high
of
tons.
double, triple, triples on
Yeah. So we might not be getting the ton 80 clippets, but we're definitely getting.
There's still
those
been a
high
couple, but there's definitely been 5 ins that were double, triple, triple. I'd say Tim has 2 and Howard has
At least
3.
3, yeah.
Olivia with the signature clip it. We love it. Clip it's just so fun to say.
It is. Get them scissors out.
I can confirm too that Chucky was telling the truth as I'm catching up my Snapchats here real quick, and Steph sent in before the match. I'm taking Tim to win 9-8.
Nice.
So confirmation as she watches from Facebook jail. Sorry to hear that, Steph. Free Steph.
Facebook jail.
Looks like that was Brian Henry giving us a just
Good little
on
time.
day. All my Snapchats are all my friends watching the stream, so good to see y'all out there showing the love. Looks like Chucky's throwing some darts, or was. Oh, he said he just got back.
Of course, Chuck didn't want Howard to win, Kevin says.
So 154, I like the 19s. He could go 54 for you. And it looks like he's gonna. Is he getting it?
Oh.
he's throwing good darts though. You see that pace on there, like you said, where he's throwing a little harder. I almost think that's helping him.
Howard is just getting unlucky this game. He's right there, just not close enough. I didn't predict. I forgot about it until I got home and Steph was watching. I don't predict either.
Not everyone does.
As commentary, I don't like to.
I think a lot of times people do just because they, it's just fun, and a lot of times someone will tune in to root for someone specifically.
Yeah,
that does happen. Even though we have a lot of players here where I think are usually there's not really a per se a rooting interest because. It's like no one roots against the GOAT, but why would they be rooting against him too? I mean,
exactly.
It's for the most part they just want to see some good play.
Getting in at 105.
Olivia with the flag. It's the best emoji for this. I love it.
It is.
She's killing the emoji game today.
Getting that trip 20 on the last dart.
Big game for Howard here, right? You're going first. You can get it to 8-6 and make him win 3 on the trot.
Great ton 80.
Myron points out he agrees. He said,
we're clipping it.
Stay neutral in the booth. Is said it's the way to do it. And I agree.
Yeah, so far I tell my prediction to my booth partner, which is usually Scott, and that's it.
So it looks like Howard's going to be able to get this to 7-7 if he can get this done with 6 darts here. And he may get more than that. He's got at least 6, though.
8-6.
I'm reading Chuck. I'm trying to catch up. Chuck says he doesn't predict a lot of the matches because these are all my boys.
Just skip it. Yeah, it's hard when you.
I did just reply to your Snapchat, so I mean
that has to count,
yeah,
right?
I did see he just got done with league. He had some good night tonight. Some averages. I think he had posted earlier in the thread, but a double split bowl with a 30 average and what was it 4-3 in cricket. So.
And we heard him yell over that. He's down there mad at himself that he
a
didn't get
little
his
mad
money.
because you land on 169 and there's no out. So Howard's got 174 with 6 darts.
And it gets unlucky and hits the trip 1 on that last one. That's tough.
Speaking of killing the emoji game, Olivia with the haircut emoji. So can he really pressure that 91? Howard should be low. Should have gotten lower than 91, I believe. But
he got unlucky, hit that trip 1 in the last start.
He wore a right shirt for the club. That one looks good down there, doesn't it?
I like it. You always got to think about what you wear.
Chucky, the highlight reel, yeah.
He hasn't missed this double 10 yet tonight. Oh, and commentary curse. I should just shut my mouth. So 110, what are you doing?
It's a 20 shot. 60 will leave you 18-32, and if you hit the single 20, it leaves you trip 18, double 18.
Okay.
So that's how I would expect him to do. If he hits the trip 20, he might go 10 double tops, but a lot of players he comes in on the 32. Why wouldn't he go 18-32?
Yeah.
But this is triple 18 for sure.
There's a lot of people that go out of their way to leave a double 16. Nice shot. He wanted that, and Howard did not want to give that to him. So, feeling it. Them Ohio people, I tell you.
Yeah. Myron said the only thing worse than trip 1 is Ann Arbor. Go Bucks.
Oh, that's funny.
Howard with another maximum lead. This guy is out of control.
Yeah, and you would think with all going first, he's been going first 2 times, getting that high ton. that he'd just be rolling through. Sheehan with his little neck thing.
Yeah, I agree, Chuck. That's what I was just saying. Howard looks like he definitely knew that he was matching the surroundings. I'm surprised the one light stuck on. Sometimes the like when you do the Xbox remote, it'll click that into like I think it has a real sensitive remote because they were both on. I usually try
I
to
didn't even notice that.
see how it's
One's
stuck
on
back
solid.
there. Yeah, it's on solid white.
You spelled Lansing wrong.
So it looked like Howard marched right back and said, "You know what? I'm taking this game." He's averaging 48.67 after 6.
Don't start on those suck eyes. Hilarious. Yeah, I don't think Howard's going to let this game go. I think he's going to get it to 8-7.
Do we think he matches the same out Tim just took the game before? Now he's on 110.
No, Howard always has a funny way of taking out sometimes.
Well, you just saw it, though, so it's like you got to at least kind of remember. Like, at least he knows, you know. Look at this.
1080? Oh, he has been right outside the bar. Right outside a lot tonight for them 1080s.
This match is actually going a pretty good pace here. I don't know what our actual time is, but what, 7:30? We're 3 hours in. He tried.
Oh, he's definitely not gonna.
Yeah, Tim's definitely loose today. Like, he's
Yeah.
definitely having fun.
That's what I like. I like to see, it's all like you can cut the tension down there in the air.
Yeah, especially it should be tense at this point in the match. It's 7-7. You're
Yeah.
playing to stay alive, but
And then just to have that little smile and that little joke definitely makes it a lot better. I
double
mean,
14. They
if
gave him
you're-
a double 14.
If you're gonna bust, this is the time to do it. Sheehan doesn't have an out. Gives you one more look. So hopefully he doesn't. He does. Yeah, I can hear him
First
yelling.
start trip 20 though, and all of a sudden you're like, maybe I can kind of just, you don't think Howard will miss it again, but yeah, now you're starting to think you're like, I
Yeah.
could steal this leg.
You got to leave
Trip
yourself
19
something
here.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he does.
So 82 is a shot he can do.
From
He'll
Ohio, but go blue. You got to hit it. Again.
Is the board messing up or? So this is a bullseye shot in my opinion. 25 leaves you 17 for tops, 50 leaves you 32, and he loves that 32. So I would say there's almost no way Tim doesn't go a double bullseye here.
We're going to have to watch a replay.
But I
of
feel
those
like it
busts.
not being still to board, it's like you could go trip 20 because you're hitting it so well, but
Yeah.
oh, even better, he went 42 to leave 40. This is the chance right here, Tim. And he gets it. What an excellent. So now Howard has to win.
the next two, right?
Yeah, but only one of them has to be a break because if he wins this game here, you're going to diddle again.
He is definitely mad
One thing
right
he
now.
has not struggled in with is his ins though. So if he could continue to throw good ins here,
Yeah.
Now if you're Tim, if I'm Tim, I want to hit the throttle. Right here.
Yeah.
I do not want to play on the 13 inside because
No.
you haven't got Howard's best game all night, and you got him, and you don't want to let him get to a tie break without really playing his best game. You've
Yeah.
kept him contained. You've had him. It's been your match, your pace, your, So if you're Tim, you look to put it away right here. Santana, what's up? What's up out there, Santana? How are we?
We're going to have to take that to tail of the tapes. I agree. I definitely think that's something that Scott, when everything's done and over with, Scott goes back and looks at.
It's
a
really
bust,
close
though.
call. Yeah, they're a bust, though. There's no way it's
I don't think the
slapped
board,
off the board sideways.
Yeah, I don't think the board messed up. The last time the board messed up on me, it gave me question marks. It didn't give me a bust.
Yeah.
So, but I like the idea of an instant replay.
Oh yeah, instant replay would be great, and it's always worth looking into. It's not like we want it to be. We don't want the players. The last thing we want you to worry about here is that the boards or the equipment or something's bad. Like the thing we want you to do, we want everything to be comfortable, except for maybe the saw-like surroundings in the basement where it's just you and your opponent. We do that to get you a little nervy, but the rest we'll make sure everything's good.
Yeah,
at least we try to. If we see, if we think of something, we got about a 5 or 6 person staff that's always kind of bouncing ideas off each other, and we have like post-stream meetings and stuff and talk about it. So
he said, never had an issue, but I'm launching a conspiracy for the GOAT.
And it's how darts is. It'll be what they talk about.
It will.
You know what I mean? Like,
it will.
It's great.
Oh, this is gonna go far too.
Well, here's the biggest shot of the match so far. Because if you can get this to 1-2-3, or let's say 1-3-3 actually, so he gets the 140, you're going to at least have one shot to put him away. Because from 174, Howard should be able to get done in 6.
Yeah, and you're going to need it. You're going to need it. You never know what he's going to come up and do.
60 to leave 150.
And he does it.
We did see. I saw it checked out on the live stream today. Bull Shooter, the one guy, Elliot Milk hit this. It was huge.
And I think Howard is just super frustrated with himself. He's frustrated with his game. Not that leaving himself with an 80 is
in a bad spot. So I'd like to see him at least hit the first dart. Like, let's get a little tension up at least. We want the first dart, and then from there, because we all want Howard to kind of hit the out so we see the 13-inch side.
I agree.
But a good sweat here before a 13-inch side would be cool, too. That's right, Chucky. Yeah, he did go 180, 150.
Ooh, trip one on the second dart.
Boy, I do not like the sound of that thunder out there.
Yeah, that thunder's rolling. So he gave Howard a look
Olivia
at
says, are we hiring? Not yet, but...
Oh, and so the double 20 and the double 10, he hasn't really missed tonight. Every time he's had a double 20 out or a double 10 out, he's usually hit him.
What's he go here? 60? Just go trip 20? I mean, if you go 20, you got an 8 to leave tops. Yeah, trip 20, double 4. But if you hit the single 20, you'll still get a darted, and you'll still get one darted a double most likely, as long as you don't miss the fat 8 or the fat 16. So here it is for the match.
He's been opening with that number,
and he gets it.
I think that's a little bit of an upset.
Yeah, we're going to mute these for a second, go out and do a little meeting with them out front, but we'll leave it live for a bit. But that's it for the darts tonight. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and
thank you so much.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.